Hi there, my name is Emma Kelly and I'm a yoga teacher and a yoga retreat mentor. And I help yoga teachers to create their first abundant, sold out, successful yoga retreats. And today I'm going to do a training video about how to choose your first location. So I have run yoga retreats in Marrakesh and India, and fabulous locations, but you may be not quite sure where you want to do your first one. So I would start off by thinking, where do you want to host this yoga retreat? So as a host, you need to be going to somewhere that you feel enthusiastic about, you feel inspired, because ultimately this is what is going to help you get people to come along and join you. So if you're going somewhere that you're not really that bothered about, you're not interested, this is going to communicate to your potential students who are going to sign up for your retreat. And then what you also need to think about is, where do your students want to go and what is appropriate for them? And there's a couple of things you can do to find out. First of all, you can speak to them and ask them, hey guys, I'm thinking about doing a yoga retreat. These are a couple of ideas that I have. What are your thoughts on this? You can do this in your classrooms. You could be chatting to your students. You may want to do a anonymous survey. You can hand it out in class. That I did that before I did my first retreat. You may want to send it out to your email list, share it on your social media, and hopefully you'll start to get a little bit of feedback about what is in alignment with what you're thinking about. So it's really important that you have the two things put together, because you can have the idea that you would really love to do a retreat in Bali if you're from the UK, but actually that's a really long haul flight, which I've taken that flight. It took me about 20 hours. And if your main student base is postnatal yoga and people have babies and small children, that may not be the right retreat for them. And actually, they might want to have something more local. They might want to have a weekend retreat in maybe within a 2-hour radius of where you're living. So this is a good start about thinking where you're going to go. And also, another thing to think about, so somewhere you're inspired to go to, your students are interested about, and also somewhere that you are either familiar with yourself or you're going to familiarize yourself with that location. So if you are doing one outside of your home country, I would personally recommend that it's somewhere that you have traveled to before or you're going to do before you host your retreat. For example, I'll use Bali because that's a very popular location at the minute. You really love the idea of Bali, but you've never actually traveled there before. The difficulty, if you haven't been to Bali before you host a retreat, you may not know about some of the cultural traditions in the country. You may not be aware of the impact of flying that far. If you haven't flown to the other side of the world, it can be quite a impactful experience. The first time I went, I had jet lag for about 5 days, and that would be something that you need to be aware of, how you're going to be when you host that retreat, because ultimately you need to be able to be on your best form to host, to teach your classes, and be aware of how being in that country is going to affect you as a host, and potentially how it's going to affect your students. So you're feeling more confident. There is a lot more knowns, and this will also help you when you're selling your yoga retreat as well, because you can say confidently when they ask questions about your retreat, you can say, yes, this is what's to be expected. People will ask questions and you're going to be confident to answer them because you have been there. So if you would like to work with me on a one-to-one basis, and I can help you to develop your first sold out yoga retreat, I currently have 5 spaces open. So if you're interested in doing this, we can arrange a free call so I can find out a bit more about you. We can have a chat and hopefully sign up to the one-to-one session. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please do pop it on the comments of this video and I will try to get back to you. So thank you for watching. Bye.